In this video I will be showing you a game which was played very recently, a few days ago, in the Kolkata Open, which I believe is in India. Oh yeah, I think it's in India. And yeah, Nigel Short is playing, which is notable for a few reasons. One of them being that he is currently running as a candidate for the FIDE presidency. And yeah, the only reasonable candidate in his opinion, with Hasan being, well, he's been around for a long time, very controversial and macropolis. I mean, he has sort of been under the same administration, more or less supporting Hasan. So Nigel wanted another candidate, but many have tried and many have failed, including Karpov and Kasparov. But I don't know. Only time will tell. But okay, he's running for president of FIDE. And to be honest, anything would be an improvement. And he played this game in the first round against a FIDE master from Bangladesh called Mehdi Hasan Parag, which you can see on the left there in your picture. And this game is it's relevant, and I made a video on a Kasparov game, kind of, you know, as a prelude to this one, because it contains more or less the same idea. Let's dive into it. Short had the black pieces. His name is Short, and it will be short, as Kasparov famously said in their press conference. E4, C5, the Sicilian, and we are going to have, after the standard open Sicilian, we're going to have a Najdorf with A6. A6 is the Najdorf variation, after the Polish-Argentinian Grandmaster Mikhail Najdorf. Bishop to E3, English attack, now knight BD7 first. Usually people go E6 or E5 here, but knight b to d7 delays the decision until now. And now queen to d2. g4 is more common, and queen to d2 actually gives black the option of going for the idea that we saw in the Kasparov game, and we'll see in this one as well. After bishop to b7, g4, and now knight to b6. Just like in the Kasparov game, queen to f2. And again, the queen and bishop are lining up against this, so knight takes e6 becomes a threat. And therefore knight after d7. And now h4. Okay, we'll see the difference now. Rook c8 and king b1. So in the Movsesian Kasparov game, bishop d3 was played, but there the pawn wasn't on h4. So we have the same position, except with h4 substituted for bishop to d3. And nonetheless, Short goes for it. He takes on c3. Rook takes e3. A famous sacrifice in the Sicilian. B takes e3, and just like Kasparov, queen to c7. And, you know, keeping this idea in reserve, knight to a4. Now here, white probably panics a little bit. This is not an easy idea to meet. I mean, if you're playing somebody like Short, his opponent is a FIDE master, so he's going to be 300 points higher than Mehdi Hasan Parag. So maybe he didn't feel like sitting around, you know, getting knight a4 in bishop e7, the rook coming over, and maybe he felt like, okay, my opponent knows this much better than me, so I will try to do something active, and he took on b5. And it's an interesting try, but probably it doesn't work. A takes b5, knight takes b5. Now first Short plays queen to c6, keeping an eye on this and attacking the knight. But after knight a7 you have to go back And now if if queen c6, we might have a repetition, but short wants to play on, so he plays queen to c4. This allows white to take the pawn on d6, although that's most likely not the best move. Looks like queen f1 was called for, but Mehdi goes for knight takes d6. Bishop takes and rook takes. And now with the knight being attacked, I mean, it's very natural to put it on a4. Threatening this, we have a queen check coming in. And how do you defend here? I don't know. Probably you can't. Mehdi tried rook to d4. Queen to b5 check. And you'd love to interpose, but you can't because knight takes followed by queen takes b2. Undermining the rook, so you have to move your king, and of course you go to towards the king side. You don't want to be stuck on the corner. Queen b2, king to d1, whichever square you choose, this one or this one, you're going to be undermined with a check, either with a knight check or a queen check. He goes for d1, knight takes c3, king d2, and bishop a6. Now black has two pieces for the rook, although white has two pawns, but with the white king this weak, this is very difficult. In an already difficult, if not probably losing position, white played queen h2, but to no avail after e5. A nice move, tricky move, because the rook doesn't have a lot of squares, and Mehdi went to d6. There wasn't a lot of choice. I mean, you can take on d7, but it doesn't really do anything. And now the final and the winning move, which prompted resignation. What did Nigel do here? Remember, loose pieces drop off. That's a phrase that John Nunn, Grandmaster from England, coined. LPDO, loose pieces drop off. So what is the loose piece here? It is the rook on d6. How can we attack it? Knight takes e4. Double attack. And resigns. And the reason is if pawn takes, the loose piece is going to drop off. And white will simply be a full piece down. Okay, one pawn, but the pawns are dropping off like you know, like flies, basically, more or less, weak pawns all over the place. So nice win by short, and you know, this reminded me of the Sicilian and Kasparov game, and I think it's noteworthy when people can, you know, use their most likely superior knowledge to win a chess game, and probably easily. I don't know the time situation there, but I have a feeling that short didn't have to expend too much energy on this one. So yep, that was that, and this is now, and I'm signing out. See you in the next one. Bye bye.